So today we're going to do an RTI test for our Can-Am Maverick Sport XRC and our Polaris RZR XP 1000 Trails and Rock Edition. An RTI test means Ramp Travel Index test. So I don't have an actual ramp. You know, we've never done this before, so we kind of made our own ramp, and it basically consists of my Diamondback cover and the ramps that we use to load our machines onto the Diamondback bed. So if you come over here and check this out, how we set this up is the ramp is 110 and a half inches long. It's 95 and a half inches from the edge of my truck to here. So that tells us, utilizing SolidWorks, that we have approximately a 30-degree ramp. The ramp's not perfectly straight. It kind of pitches up and goes that way. I'm not worried about it being 100% exact. We're not trying to put a man on the moon. We're just trying to find out how much flex these crawlers have from the factory, and then as we disconnect the sway bars, right? So we'll run the test by running both machines bone stock as they come from the factory. One thing to note is Maverick has front and rear sway bars. The Polaris only has rear sway bars. So I am guessing that the Polaris is going to outscore the Can-Am as they come from the factory. As we start disconnecting sway bars, the next we'll do is I'll run this thing without the front sway bar, and then we'll connect both rear sway bars on both machines, and we'll measure it as well too. The idea being, how far can we get the left wheel to go up this ramp before either the right wheel, the right front wheel, or the left rear wheel comes off the ground. So as soon as we get tire lift coming off the ground, we'll mark it on the ramp where that particular machine made it to from the center line of the wheel. So we're gonna get it started. So one more thing I wanna mention too is I'm gonna have my son actually pull these up as I measure, and as we'll just put one wheel on it, and as it flexes, we will mark on the ramp from the center line of the wheel where each one made it to. One of the things that I wanna mention is we're gonna have a helmet on him. Manufacturers really want to see people wearing a helmet with these. So, you know, although we anticipate nothing happening, he's going to have a helmet on and he's going to have a seatbelt on as we do this test as well too. So, all right, so first up is our bone stock Can-Am Maverick Sport XRC. Front and rear sway bars are fully in place. We're assuming that the right front wheel is going to be the first to come off the ground, but maybe it won't be. So here, we're going to try it out. Straight up. So a little more, a little more. Okay, we're gonna call that. I can get my hand underneath there, so that will be the test for it. And we'll see where we're at. Let's do the middle of the tire right here. So that's going to be Mav Stock, Maverick Stock. So we're dead center in the middle here. Not sure what I was thinking about this, but that's where we're going to be stock. And for reference sake, we'll do the measurements afterwards when we have all of them done. Okay, back it back. Okay. So pretty easy to take these front sway bars off. Obviously, what do you do with them though once they're off? You can't just let them hang here. So you'd have to totally remove everything, and I think I'd remove the whole sway bar too. Unless there's a better option, maybe you tie it up. So now with the tension off, you can see that This thing slides up and down pretty easily. So we're just gonna flip these up here and we're gonna rerun this test. Okay, so here we go. Second attempt, Maverick with the front sway bars disconnected. Low and locked. Straight up. Okay, back a little bit, right about there. Okay, so let's see where we're at. So we'll call it right about here. We're gonna call that Maverick Front disconnected, right? Okay, back it up. So next up, we're gonna remove the rear sway bars. These are a little trickier, to be honest with you, so I'm just gonna get in here. Not difficult, just sort of hard to get at. Okay, we'll pull the other side off too. Okay. Okay. So for our next run, Maverick with the front and the rear sway bars disconnected. So here we go. Hold on. No, that's good. We're good here. Back's not off yet. Give it a little more, Gavin. Good. Let it back a little bit. A little bit more. A little more. A little more. Okay, we're gonna call that. So check this out. Look at how it squashed the rear a lot more here. And look at on the back side. Lauren, come here. Look at the articulation on the back. And here we go. Pretty much what we expected. We're gonna call that Maverick Front and Rear. All right, so Gavin, turn that engine off quick. All right, so just out of curiosity on the Maverick, it looks like stock is about 27 3/8 inches. Looks like with just the front disconnected, it's 34 3/8 inches. And with the front and rear disconnected, we're at 42 3/8. So that's interesting that it's always been at 3/8. So significantly different between these. And the one thing that I want to have Lauren do with this camera, before you come down, Gavin, take that camera and walk around and so imagine the size of the boulder that you can get up without lifting a tire. I mean, that's a lot. We're talking, at this point, we're talking 24 inches before it lifts a tire at all. Bone stock, we're at about 16 inches. So the 50% increase by disconnecting both of them. That's super incredible. So we're gonna back this one down. We're gonna try the Polaris next. Okay, so first round for the Polaris, and only gonna be 2 rounds. The Polaris, again, does not have a front sway bar. It does have a rear sway bar, which is intact right now. And I'm expecting this thing to go up the ramp a little bit better than the Maverick, simply because it doesn't have a front sway bar. So here we go. Okay. Okay, stop. Come back a little. Just a hair back. Okay. Yeah, that's close. So if you notice from the back here, there's a little bit of flex, but not a lot, because the sway bar is in contact. Holy smokes, look at that. So, this is going to be the RZR Stock. So significantly more. Even with the Maverick with just the front disconnected, this one goes up significantly more. All right, go ahead and back it down. So again, no front sway bar to disconnect. So the rear on this one, a little easier to get access to, honestly. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me do something. Am I? Or is that That's blood. Okay, so this is going to be our final run. We have the RZR XP 1000 Trails and Rocks edition. We disconnected the rear sway bar, no factory front sway bar. So we're going to see how far it can flex. Okay. Oh, hold on. So front's still down. Oh, rear is still down. Look at that. Rear is still down. Yeah, just a little bit. Stop. Okay. So front is down. Come here. Rear is not. So we're going to have him bring it back until we get the rear to touch. So let it drift back. Back, back, back. Keep going. Right there. There it is. So front squashed, rear way up. Look at it from back here, Lauren. Lauren, you got to shoot this nicely. So lots and lots of flex here. Front tire's totally on the ground. Let's measure it. RZR Rear. Okay, so turn it off.
It's been on.
All right, so as you can see, if we go back and we reflect, the shortest before we lifted a wheel was the Maverick, just stock suspension with the front and the rear sway bars disconnected. Second would be the Maverick with just the front sway bar disconnected. Third would be the RZR Stock. So rear sway bar connected and no factory front sway bar. So that's where it's at. That's the Maverick with the front and the rear disconnected. And then here's the RZR with the rear. So let's do a final overall measurement on all these. And this is on this ramp at a 33-degree incline. So The Maverick stock is 27 3/8 inches. The Maverick with the front disconnected is 34 3/8 inches. The RZR stock is at 39 7/8. The Maverick with the front and rear disconnected is at 42 3/8 inches. And then the winner by far is the RZR with the rear disconnected, and that's right at 48 1/4 inches. So 48 1/4 inches. So in summary, when we picked our winner for UTV Off-Road Magazine, we said for rock crawling that we thought the RZR probably crawled a little bit better. This is why. You can see out the side, you can see the wheel, it has a lot more flex. It'd be interesting to go back out and do some crawling, and maybe we'll do this, do some crawling with just the sway bars disconnected, and see how much easier they do what they're supposed to do. So if you want to see that, make a comment, certainly like it, and by all means subscribe to our page. We're trying to produce as much new content as we can. If you have other ideas, let us know in the comments section, and appreciate you checking this video out. Have a great day.